Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Boxing News Headlines coming at you straight from boxing247.com. Let's start off with a little bit of an update on the big Brook fight taking place over in the UK. It should, it's huge for British fans. These guys are really looking forward to it. The thing sold out in like 10 minutes. If you go to the Boxing 247 website, they have an excellent gallery posted of all the different fighters that are taking place. Well, actually, I didn't count them. I don't know if every single one of them has a picture on there, but it's a great web page. You should check it out if you're interested in the Amir Khan versus Kell Brook fight. The weigh-in results are in. I'll just give you a quick weigh-in result here. Fight number one in the super bantamweight contest, you have Ibrahim Nadine going up against Taka Bembir. In the featherweight contest, Abdul Khan versus Ricky Starkey. In the English super middleweight title contest, you've got Charlie Schofield going up against Jermaine Brown in the cruiserweight. Vidal Riley's going up against Wilberforce Shapiro. In the middleweight contest, Brad Riev, Craig McCarthy. Super lightweight, Adam Azim is going up against Jordan Ellison. Fraser Clark is going up against Jake Darnell in the heavyweight division. Natasha Jonas and Christine Namus are going toe-to-toe in the for the vacant, I might add, vacant WBO female world super welterweight championship. And good luck to Natasha and Christian as well. Should be a good fight for them, as all these fighters are. Going to put on their best weight in the welterweight contest. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, and Amir Khan is weighed in at 10 stone 7 pound 5 ounces. Kell Brook weighs in at 10 stone 8 pound 5 ounces. So Kell Brook has a couple of pounds up. Anyway, it's going to be a fantastic fight. Looking forward to it. Another contest going on that evening in the welterweight division. Hassan Azim and MJ Hall. So there you go. There's the card update for you in its totality. Remember to go to visit boxing247.com to have a look at their gallery. Fantastic stuff. The eagerly anticipated Jermell Charlo versus Brian Carlos Castano rematch has been postponed due to an injury that Castano suffered to his bicep while training. That's too bad. I mean, a lot of the people, certainly over in America, were looking forward to that fight. It was going to take place at the Crypto.com Arena in LA in March, but has now been postponed. Fights coming up. We see at the Caribe Royal Resort in Orlando, Jermaine Ortiz is going toe-to-toe against Nahir Albright. Expecting rising prospects, Jermaine Ortiz is 14-1 with 8 knockouts, and Nahir Albright is 14-1 with 7 knockouts. Both made weight on Thursday, a day ahead of their 10-round lightweight main event at Showbox The New Generation, taking place tonight, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Wow, it's quite a long lineup here, almost as long as that Khan Brook fight. Let's have a quick look here. Jermaine Ortiz and Nahir Albright both weighed in at 134. In the super weight category, Paul Kroll, Marquise Taylor. Do you want to hear some final quotes? Why not? Jermaine Ortiz says, "A lot is always at stake when I fight. An undefeated record is at stake. He's a slick boxer. He can box if he wants to, and he can be aggressive as well. He's another hungry Philly fighter. I just plan on being the best Jermaine Ortiz that I can be, and I'm going to be the technician with correct movements in there, and I'm going to be focused on having fun on Friday night." Fair enough. Well said. All right, let's move over across the country to Ontario, California, where, as I said, Ruben Torres is going toe-to-toe against Christian Ruben Mignon, as well as Isaac Zarata is going toe-to-toe against Horatio Garcia. Luis Lopez faces Christian Dominguez. Japathli Lemiado is going up against Eric Garcia Benitez. Ivan Zarate against Sean Brewer, and Oscar Torres going up against Daniel Najera. And this is called New Blood. And it will take place at the Doubletree Hotel, as I said, in Ontario, California. The doors open at 6:30 Pacific time, with the first fight getting underway at 8 o'clock. Tickets, as you know, if there are any left, are certainly available at the door. Beto Duran will operate as the blow-by-blow commentator, with expert commentary also provided by Doug Fisher. Jessica Rosales will serve as on-site ringside reporter. Good stuff. The event is sponsored by Thompson Building Materials, transforming spaces into beautiful places. Just thought I'd throw it in there. Why not? All right, Gabriel Phams going toe-to-toe against Demond Nicholson. That's going to take place at the Live Casino and Hotel in Maryland. That's Hanover, Maryland, in the USA on the 19th of February. Super middleweight Gabriel Pham is ready for his February 19th showdown with Demond Nicholson at the Live Casino and Hotel in Maryland, in Hanover. Pham of Atlantic City, New Jersey, has a record of 15-2 with 8 knockouts, has been in training for over 9 weeks, is now preparing for the biggest fight of his career. Pham is managed by longtime manager Rick Massini out of MBM Massini Boxing Management and trained by Nick Rosario. Mazzini is very happy with the combination of the fighter and the trainer. Camp went well, he said. One of my first full camps, strength and condition, will be trained by Nick. My strength and conditioning coach trains high level. He's a step up. He's the CJ Avanzeller. All right, good for him. Moving along, we see that Carol Itiamo is going toe-to-toe against Jiri Krupa. That'll take place at York Hall at Bethnal Green, London, England, on March 11th. Young lightweight heavyweight sensation Carol Ituma, everything is going to plan with his professional experience to date, and future plans are already mapping out. The 21-year-old from Chatham has clocked up 5 impressive victories since turning pro off the back of a gold medal at the Youth Olympics, and he's clear in his mind just where he is heading, and it involves plenty more hardware in the form of World Championship belts. Carroll returns to the ring at York Hall on March 11th in support of a Chris Brook bidding to win the British Super Bantamweight title against Mark Leach, and he describes himself as large content with the direction his career is currently heading in, which has seen him become a small screen regular on BT Sport. I've had 5 fights, all on TV, and I've been very active, Carroll told Dev Sani on Unibet Lowdown. So I've had the opportunities, considering the situation we've been in, where many boxers have been unable to box, so it would be very ungrateful if I said I wasn't happy. I'm very happy with the way things are going and always focusing on what is in front of me. The next one is the most important fight. Me and my team always have our eye on the ball and are always training. Oh, good stuff. There's more on that young boxer on boxing247.com. I invite you to go check it out. As I say, that fight takes place March 11th at York Hall in London. Long Island news. Huntington. For those who don't know, it's a very nice area of New York State, pretty well across, I believe it's Long Island Sound, across from New York City. Long Island is buzzing with excitement as Rockin' Fights is set to return for the 41st edition on March 18th. Adding to the buzz, Star Boxing is exciting to announce the return of the jackpot Tyrone Pretty Boy James. He fights out of Elmont, New York. He's 11-0 with 8 knockouts against Jimmy Quiet Storm Williams, who's fighting out of New Haven, Connecticut, and his record is 18-6-2 with 6 knockouts. In an 8-round super welterweight showdown for the ABO North American Championship. James, who's on a 5-fight knockout win streak, returns to the ring after being sidelined due to COVID, using the time to recover from an elbow injury that required surgery. The undefeated Elmont-born super welterweight brings captivating energy and flash to each fight, backed by significant skill and power. Said James, the return of the jackpot will be something you do not want to miss. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, for a belt. Make sure to purchase your tickets and witness me, the jackpot, Tyrone Pretty Boy James, win his first title, CHA Kaching. Well, sorry, not CHA, Kaching. Williams will be James' toughest test to date. The 26-fight veteran is coming off a major victory over former world champion Yuri Foreman in June of 2021, earning the ABF USA Super Welterweight title. Williams followed up this performance with a well-fought challenge of the WBC USNBC title against the tough Greg Vendetti in September, falling short, though, by split decision. Williams' resume also includes world title challenger Abel Ramos and rising star Brandon Lee. And finally, to conclude today's show, let's go over across the pond and see what's happening on the Tyson Fury Dillian Whyte front. The World Boxing Council has proudly announced the Union Belt. This unique belt will be presented as a special trophy to the winner of the highly anticipated fight between WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury and WBC interim heavyweight champion Dillian Whyte. The Union Belt extols special elements to celebrate and commemorate the United Kingdom through boxing. Tyson Fury, who has a record of 31 victories with 22 knockouts and 1 draw, was in action, as we all know, last October when he stopped Deontay Wilder in the 11th round of their trilogy fight to retain his WBC heavyweight title in front of an ecstatic 15,000 fans at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Dillian Whyte, with a record of 28 wins, 19 knockouts, and 2 losses, last fought in May 2021 when he stopped Alexander Povetkin in round 4 to take the revenge and reclaim WBC interim heavyweight belt at Europa Point Sports Complex in Gibraltar. According to some reports, by the way, the target date for the Fury versus Whyte fight is Saturday, April 23rd. Where does it take place? We don't know yet. There are some reports it might take place at Cardiff's Principality Stadium. It is in a covered stadium. However, there are other options available to them. But as we move closer towards the spring in April, it looks like the promoters are considering an open air event as well. So stay tuned. There's probably much more news from that upcoming fight, and we look forward to it as well. Thanks very much for joining me. Appreciate it. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you later on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time when I join Mike Gore and Cedric Ben, and we have a special guest as well on the Knuckle Up Show here on Talkin' Fight. See you then.